Well, obviously all the excitement is around the babies this week, but we still do have other business. We have race horses, and I want to go through them and tell everybody where we're at, what we're doing with everybody. Starting with All Gas, No Brakes. All Gas, No Brakes raced good last week. You could see he was on that left line. We did have him over to the vet. Left hind ankle was bothering him a little bit. We had it injected, so I believe she did his knees also. I suspect he'll be straight as a string and ready to go for it this week. In a little tougher, but maybe they're in a little bit tougher. We'll see on Monday. Atlas Hanover finished fourth, but raced great, screaming from way off the pace the other day. He raced well. Divine Zeddy, I got to talk to Megan about a number of topics. She said she was going to enter this filly in Pennsylvania. She thought maybe it was a clean line in 45 days to race. I don't know if that's the case or not. I don't think it is, but we'll see. She'll either race or qualify this week with hobbles on. Greatest ending. I had to scratch this guy with a little bit of temperature and mucus, but he'll be back next week. It won't be a problem there. You know, as I said to him, I'm not taking any chances. We race him when he's 100%. We want to get this guy marching back towards the horse we bought him to be and back towards where we'd hope he'd be this winter. How the Hell is qualifying on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm always very frustrated when it comes to How the Hell making breaks, and I always stick up for the horse. Eventually that's going to come to an end, but for now I'm sure he'll qualify on Tuesday, no problem. I Forbid You raced good. Somebody said, well, you put those horses in the sale, why didn't you put I Forbid You in the sale? I will put her in the sale at some point, but I think that she still has a lot to offer, and as we get to a little closer to breeding season, which is coming up, a filly of her caliber, Mark 53, some money made out of a sister to Captain Crunch. She's going to garner a little bit of attention also, so I think that's a better play when it comes to I Forbid You. JK Mickey Manel, thank you everybody for your patience. I knew, at least I told you, that this horse would come back around, that there was really no reason for a sounder, sharper JK Mickey Manel to be racing this poorly. Just took a little coaxing, a little bridle change, some more shoeing adjustments, and we got him right the other day. He certainly looked great for Mike Wilder. JK Victory looked great and has looked great. I didn't realize it until it was brought to my attention. Never missed a check in Indiana for us, this horse. So great job by Ronnie and a multitude of drivers that have driven this guy. I thought he raced pretty good the other night. Looks like Money is back jogging now, and they suspect he'll jog for another 4 weeks. Then we will rescan that leg to see how it is. Somebody said, why don't we just turn him out in the field? That's not a good idea when you're talking about soft tissue rehabs. You don't want to be in the field. So looks like Money will be jogging for the next 4 weeks, and we'll periodically scan that leg, but all looks to be going perfectly with him. Renegade Gypsy, a little frustrated. Long odds again. He raced good the other day. I don't know whether I'm a little disappointed that his odds are longer morning line, or that he just hasn't come forward the way we thought. Made those changes. He's come forward incrementally, but no big jumps forward, and I really expected him to. So a little disappointed in that regard, but we'll see how he is over the next little while. And then Resolute Bay, almost ready to go for Harry Polton. He's getting him ready. Serious Dragon always has been off left hind. That was the scouting report, and we found out why. There was a line in his pasture, and one that he could race in. He can race on it. He can walk on it just fine, but it's always going to be a problem if we don't address it. You can't race through that. You can. He has, but just give him a little bit of time. We'll bring this guy back. He should be ready for the winter to race good for us all winter long. I had a great chat with Tom Grossman about 3-Point Blue Chip. He showed me him walking and kind of running him on the pavement, all things, just to see how he felt, because they've had him on the walker, they've had him in the field, they've been doing just mild exercise with him, really just making sure that he is 100% healed up as we head into what will be his next racing season, which will be 2024. He is going to join Andy and Julie Miller after Harrisburg. I thought that he had joined them a little bit earlier, but makes all the sense. Their focus is on the babies right now, cleaning up the 2-year-old end of season stuff, getting the babies in their barn, and rinse and repeat from past years. Just get everybody started up, and then 3-Point will join Julie and Andy. Yo Mister, a little flat his last two. Now I talked to Stacy. We're going to swap out Kings County and Yo Mister, going back and forth with Corbin. I told her I don't want the horses racing in the same class and on top of themselves. Had to scratch Kings County yesterday, a little abscess, not a big deal, but I think you'll see those horses move around. One will go down to Corbin for 2 or 3 weeks and then swap out with the other one. Makes the most sense, and we'll start doing that this week coming up, I believe, with Yo Mister. Good as him, is still jogging. I love how this horse looks. Did they take another picture of his foot recently?
A couple of weeks ago they did, yeah.
Oh, they did, yeah. So he'll start training very, very soon, this horse. Again, November was the projection for him. He is, and always has been, a little bit ahead of schedule, but we weren't going to push the envelope. Still took our time and just put lots of jogging miles into him. Locatelli is getting very close to being ready to roll. Also, very happy with what I've seen from him. I saw him jog and train the one day I was home. He looked good. No Free Lunch, certainly coming back really, really good and looks really, really good. What was that all about? Doesn't he have to slam on the brakes or something? Does that know what it looked like to you?
Well, he was there and stepped on it.
Where'd the smoke come from? That doesn't matter. Think of Galaxy's little flattened date, but I'm assuming it's just it was just the ship down. Minor AST stuff, but nothing major. Was there enough to sound any alarms? No, of course not. Not enough to sound any alarms. Think if you see the catalyst up there. Think of Galaxy's. She'll be in to go this week, hopefully at the Meadows. B. Lisa is in the sale on Tuesday. Now it's Thanksgiving in Ontario, Canada. So B. Lisa is going in the sale. So is Major Megan, and so is Wallop, for various different reasons. The first two just because it seems like they've almost reached their ceiling. And that was always the plan with them. Wallop, quite a different plan. He's 5 in a row. One of the favorites in the final of the series in Massachusetts. Just looking to maybe punch a register before we have to go into the final. No particular reason. The horse is coming in sharp and looking great. We're not going to give him away. And I think that Wallop probably should garner a little bit of attention as we head into Tuesday. So that was B. Lisa. Oakwood Cowboy is in the field now. He's going to get a little R&R. No, focus on this guy for a winner. Just a little reset. Bring him back, and see what we have with Oakwood Cowboy. Stay close. He's got the 8-hole. Very kind to them. 8-hole this week. Now, he did bleed a little bit his last start, so I'm not going to blast him too hard. I would like to get away mid-pack and end up in a favorable position with him moving forward. But he's been so good since joining the Meadows. Kings County, as I said, just scratched yesterday, but he'll be fine next week. Quan Blue Chip. We lost Quan Blue Chip in the claimer. I got to let Wendy know that. I didn't even know until last night that he was claimed, but we rolled the dice and stuffed him in the 10 claimer. Tried to get a couple of races out of him and get him back on track at the worst. And to me, that was worst case. Jam him in a 10. Hopefully nobody takes him and he can win again. Then we don't care. But as it turns out, a lot of people looking for claimers. We dumped him in the 10 and they scooped him up right away. That will happen. White Tiger is in the Open. Drew the 7-hole in a 7-horse field this week. Pretty hard to hide from the Open the way he's been racing. He looked pretty good the other day. Delicious Stone DK did bleed a little bit last week, but we'll get to the bottom of that, dry him up, change the way we approach racing with him, and I think he'll be just fine for next week. Patrick the Piranha didn't get in. Now I hope he gets in this week. If he doesn't get in this week, then we got some problems. But we'll wait until we'll wait to see if he gets in this week or not. Per Lucky has been racing great. He skipped a week in Illinois. He'll be in to go next week. Took a dive off Dipper's racing, and Sintra finished his last start. He was a winner. He won at Grand River. So we'll have some updates with him coming in the next week or so. But for now, that is it. Those are your aged horses. I'll talk to you all very soon. Take care.